Hello YouTube, let's learn how to turn our PC into MySQL server. Because you're probably practicing with PHP or Python, you need the MySQL in the background, or you're creating some kind of graphical application. Just type download MySQL installer into Google and you will be presented with this link. So let's click on it. Okay, that's about it. Now, please note, when you're dealing with these kind of applications, I mean with serious stuff, always download from official websites. Programming languages, databases, some security stuff, antiviruses, something like that. Always use official websites, okay? Now, the thing here is, note, MySQL installer is 32-bit, but it will install both versions of binary, so that's maybe something that you need to know. Okay, and the actual section on this page is down there. So you have option to grab this web community installer if you have slow connection, and if you have fast connection you probably want to grab these 400 megabytes, and that will be basically everything what you need. You can pause this video and return when you are done with downloading a little bit later. I already have it on my desktop, so I've just supposed that from now on we can go into installation, actual stuff. Okay, so let's go to do that. Here is on my desktop, version is 8.0.16. Double click to check what's going on. And I will probably cut this video into pieces to make it a little bit shorter, so to save ourselves a little bit of time. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but it asked me, do you want to load this app to make changes to your device? Yes. Let's see what's happening. And as I said, I will probably cut it a couple of times. Okay, it asked me again. Yes. I mean, what else can I do? I want a MySQL server, so I need to click on yes. Nice. License agreement. As I said, not too much of options here. I will accept the license terms. And you can also read all this text if you like. Okay, I will just go to next. Nice. So, couple of options. Now you're programming something and probably first thought will be to choose developer default, but it will just install a lot of stuff. I mean, not just server and shell, a router, a workbench, Excel plugins, Visual Studio connections, something like that. But I think that's too much for practicing, because we just want to that MySQL server, and that's about it. Because when you install it, you will also get MySQL client by default, the terminal, the command prompt thing. So we will choose server only, and don't worry about client only thing. You will get client with server by default. Full and custom, we will just skip that. So server only. Okay. This type should be used when you want to deploy MySQL server, but will not be developing MySQL applications. Yeah, right, but guess what? We will develop on this PC too, because we don't have some kind of mainframes in our room, whatever. Next. Okay, ready to install, execute. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, we can click on show details. My PC is relatively fast. I mean, it's not bought yesterday, but it's relatively fast. 4 core and 12 gigabytes of RAM, nothing special. Okay, complete. Next. Ready to configure. Next. Okay, high availability standalone MySQL server, that's what we need. Skip this DB cluster. In most of the cases you don't need this. This is for advanced stuff. Basically just choose this option here and you will be fine. So next, type of networking. This is really important. They say that you need TCP/IP and port 3306 open, and that's true. We just need these things, so leave it as it is. And because I'm on Windows, I need to open firewall ports for network access, and that's cool. We will skip these options, advanced stuff, we don't need it. Okay, now I said that we're gonna just use MySQL Server, and don't be confused because config type is development computer. That's totally fine. Let's see what else what we have from options. So server computer, and let me see this. So several server applications will be running on this computer. That means that maybe you will have on this PC also web server, um, I don't know, FTP, email processing stuff, something like that. But multiple server applications alongside MySQL. So that's one option. And another option is just that this PC will be dedicated to only MySQL. So MySQL will make use of all available memory. We don't need this. So development computer is totally fine here. So let's go to next. Okay, authentication method. In most cases you will be happy with this first option because second option is for some legacy things. So I will just go with recommended stuff because we are practicing learning things. Next, MySQL root password. I'm just going here to do something stupid, and I will just say 1 2 3 4 5 6, and probably MySQL will complain 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, password strength weak, but who cares, we are practicing. Now MySQL user account. Except the root, you can define couple of users, and let's see what of options we have. Okay, now obviously you can define name for that user, and what will be the not just password but also the role here. If you want to go into details, you can choose between from backup admin to security admin, something like that. I mean, it's totally up to you. But this is advanced stuff. If we are doing some kind of PHP scripting or Python scripting, if we are practicing, we will just be happy with root password here. You know, some people will say that's not good thing, but I also think that good thing is to save ourselves a little bit time. So when you actually learn how to break your MySQL, then you can mess around with users. That's how I think. I mean, why not to break things? It doesn't cost you anything. We're just practicing. Now the production and working for money is different thing, but we're just beginners. Okay, so that's the major assumption here. Okay, so let's go to next. Windows service. Yeah, so when our start our PC, we just wanna MySQL to be recognized as Windows service, so you can control it from control panel. And yeah, we will start the MySQL server when we turn on our PC. That's about it. This is also fine to run Windows service as standard system account. Yeah, why not? Let's go. Let's do that. Next, apply configuration, and that will probably take a little bit longer. Oh yeah, I need to click on execute. Let's execute. So let's see what's happening. This can take a long time, so I will probably cut here, it depends. Okay, we are done with initializing database, starting server, applying security setting, updating the start menu link. That's fine. So the configuration was successful. Click finish to continue. Well, thank you very much. Finish. Okay, configuration complete. Next. Copy log to clipboard. Okay, we don't need this. Finish. Yeah, that's about it. So let's check our database. I will go to start menu, and we have MySQL command line client and Unicode client. What we need is the first one, well, at least in my case. Okay, let's enter our password 1 2 3 4 5 6. Very secure stuff. Enter, and that's it, we have it. Okay, excellent stuff. Let's check yeah, a couple of things. Let's grab first databases. So show databases. If you don't know MySQL command, I mean, it depends, you probably know they are really simple. I mean, after a couple of days of practicing, you will know them on top of your mind, don't worry. So show databases, we have 4 these by default. Let's create one which will be named test. Create database test, and don't forget semicolon at the end. Is that term semicolon in English? I don't know, I'm not native English speaker. Probably it is semicolon. Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Whatever, like I do have an option. Enter. Okay, one row affected. That's fine, we have results. Let's check our databases again. Yep, there is that test thing here. So fine, let's use it. We must, you know, when you list databases, you must select them, because select them individually, because MySQL server doesn't know on top of his mind what you're trying to use here. You know, it doesn't read mind. It's not Nostradamus, you know. Use test. Okay, database changed. Show tables. Standard SQL commands. Empty set, which means that we don't have any kind of tables. Let's create one. Create table. How to call it? I don't know. I'm not creative this morning. Test one. That yeah. Okay. So let's open bracket, and then we'll define yeah, couple of rows. I mean columns. ID. Okay. Auto increment, and of course that will be integer. What else? Integer, auto increment, primary key. And what that means is that all new entries into your table, the IDs will be auto incremented by 1, and they will be primary key. What that means is that the things in another tables can reference to this specific ID. So that's, if you're a beginner, that's how you're connecting things in different tables. Let's use that term. After that, comma, and let's say that we will store names into our tables, so that must be a variable character, varchar, and that name must be up to 30, I don't know, some long names we have here. After we are done, enter, and we need to close our bracket. Okay, we have opened it here and close it here, and after that don't forget semicolon, because if you don't put semicolon here, the thing will not work. Enter. Okay, 0 rows affected, fine, but everything is okay. So let's check our tables. Show tables. Yeah, test 1, that's the table. So tables in test 1. How cryptic is that? But you know, just excuse me, I can't figure it out another name, something like that. Who cares? We're just testing. Now what? Yeah, let's see what's in the table. And we're gonna use SQL command ib describe table test 1. This is the structure basically of that specific table. I mean, to grab overall understanding of columns if we are using someone else's table or something like that. So enter. What? No, describe test 1, just that. Yeah, that's it. So that's it. Now we have overall that understanding about what kind of columns we have in the specific tables. For example, we were doing something like 6 years ago or months ago, and now we just want to remind ourselves what we were doing, and that's about it. But you know, the MySQL server works, so we are completely happy with that, and let's just go out and enjoy our lives learning SQL or doing something else. Anyway, but you have MySQL server set up, and it will run when you turn on your PC. How to get out? Let's just click help here, I mean type help, and let's see what we have from options. Okay, you can read here a little bit more, but what I need is just to get out, and I can type exit MySQL, same as quit. Okay, where is it? Okay, here. I will just use exit, and that's about it, folks. Exit, enter. Nice. Just to check if everything is working, let's log in again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Show databases. Nice, everything is fine. Queue it. Yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching, and see you next tutorial.